Welcome back. I missed that music already. So catchy.
I don't know who Brother Creamy is. Do you?
Nope.
In the chat. Hey, well, thanks for hanging with us, Brother Creamy, and giving us some comments here. Appreciate it, and especially agree with Adam's response that he put in the chat, especially because those If By Whiskey fellers, it's proper to drink while live streaming. Hell yeah!
Cheers, brother. I guess if we want to develop a live streaming audience, we kind of need to be more regular about it.
We weren't quite comfortable just with ourselves interacting and our production skills and getting things organized to do live stream. So we're trying to dip into it a little bit now. Our plan is to almost maybe we'll still have edited stuff, but maybe like go more 80-20 on live stream versus
what it means
edited.
is more content. A bunch of it will be live streamed.
Yeah, and so it's a lot more raw, less edited, but I think people don't really care about that because, you look at some channels, just like Dave Smith, they don't edit shit on their channels. They just run with it. If they have a technical glitch, they're just like, we got a technical glitch, and they talk through it, or a video's crappy. Like, they never go back and re-edit it. They just run with it because shit's happening so fast. They're commenting in real time about real world stuff, whereas a lot of our stuff is more highbrow. It's more educational. It's more evergreen, if you'll call it, stuff that can last forever, like that economics series that we're doing. You can go back to that 10 years from now and it's still, but you're not going to go back to a Dave Smith episode 10 years later because that's going to be old news. Right?
I will admit to evergreen. I will not admit to highbrow. And the sweet thing about live streaming, the reason people like it, why it's so hip and cool, especially when we're drinking, is we could say anything.
Right.
And it's just out there.
Right.
Because people like
play without a net. That's the danger too, right?
Play without a net.
Sometimes we can.
Let's go.
So yeah, we're definitely gonna do more live streams. So, Brother Creamy, thanks for the support, and stay creamy. I'm trying to get Adam to do a spit take there. He almost did it.
I'm a professional, Tyrone.
Okay, Adam.
Yes, sir.
Do you know who Lyndon LaRouche is?
I've heard the name, but if you asked me to give you the wiki, no, I could not do that.
All right. Well, let's see if Homer Simpson has any insight onto who this mysterious fellow is.
So peaceful and relaxing. Doesn't even matter if I catch a single fish. Come on, you stupid fish! Take the bait! Don't make me come down there! Who's a son of a... Oh my god. Space aliens. Don't eat me! I have a wife and kids! Eat them!
Silence! We are travelers from a certain nearby ringed planet whose name we'd prefer not to mention. My name is Kang. This is my sister, Kodos.
Hello. I suppose you want to probe me. Well, might as well get it over with.
Stop. We have reached the limits of what rectal probing can teach us.
This is a mission of conquest. Take us to your leader. Well, I guess you mean President Clinton. He usually hangs around Washington, D.C.
President Clinton. Excellent.
Except, there's this election next week, so after that it might not be him anymore. It might be, what's his name? Mumbly Joe. Saw him on TV the other... Bob Dole.
Set grid coordinates for Bob Dole.
Well, night, everybody.
Night, Senator. Mr. Dole. Good luck next week.
What? Bob Dole doesn't need this.
What's happening? Is it noon already?
What the hell is this? Some kind of tube? Hey.
Well, thanks for taking care of Dole for me. Hey!
Commence bioduplication.
Oh, no. aliens, bioduplication, nude conspiracies. Oh my God, Lyndon LaRouche was right. What? Are you still here? I'm afraid we'll have to dispose of you. No, what are you spraying me with?
Run! So no one will believe your story.
And don't come back.
All right. Lyndon LaRouche was right.
Well, that was a hell of a setup for a thing. So let's find the follow through. What's the punchline?
Okay, so a lot of people have heard Lyndon LaRouche, right? Like we all kind of know that, at least with people our age, but they don't really. Who was this guy, right? He was. I'm going to give you the very, very, very short version of this because I didn't really know much about him either until I started to do an investigative piece that I'm working on, Adam. And yes, believe it or not,
Down at the
we
Quill
can
Times.
do research. I'm not saying it's going to be Candace Owens level type of documentary research, but I am working on an investigative series to expose a former libertarian geopolitical analyst dude that a lot of people like, and may turn off some of our listeners, may create quite a controversy, but someone I have a beef with, let's just say, and I'm about to start an internet war and burn some things down.
Goodness gravy! Before you do,
yes,
is your investigative rag called the Sneaky Quill?
Oh,
Is it called the Porcupine Pen? What's it called?
Dude.
What's it called?
Yeah, I got to come up with something like that. That's great. So stay tuned for that, folks. I'm not quite ready to reveal. I'm working on a few sources to get little behind the scenes info on a few things, but that's coming soon. But what this research investigation led me down sort of rabbit hole of the Lyndon LaRouche rabbit hole. So who is this who's Lyndon LaRouche? So he's this guy that came to sort of prominence, especially in the 70s mostly, but definitely in the 80s. He ran for president, I think something like 12 times. He was constantly in politics. He developed a cult following, and literally a cult following. There were many allegations of things you might expect that cults do, sort of not good stuff, and maybe we'll get into some of that in my reporting when I'm ready to present that. He was convicted of fraud and served 5 years in jail on a 15-year sentence for defrauding senior citizens out of their life savings. Real upstanding guy. He came up with this so groundbreaking theory along the lines, he'd call it like the Prometheus theory. And for those of you that know Greek mythology, Prometheus stole fire from his father Zeus to give it to humans to light the world and give them light and fire and bring about a technological revolution and knowledge and things like that, right? It's
Team Prometheus.
It's their version of taking a bite out of the apple, the Garden of Eden, right? Or Pandora's box or whatever. So he had this cult following. He was originally a Marxist, hardcore Marxist. Marxist, economics, philosophy. Towards the end of his career, he became totally opposite direction. And the long story short was he was just really in it for political power, for power and control, right? Like a lot of cult leaders are. They're just in it for their own egos, Here is a screenshot from a book, a paper that was written about him, called Lyndon LaRouche and the New American Fascism. So towards the end, he went sort of, I guess you call it 180 degrees from Marxism to straight up fascism. This book was written in originally 1989, reprinted in 2007. There's a picture of Lyndon LaRouche himself with Hitler in the background, and he's given the Nazi salute. And under the caption is a quote from Lyndon LaRouche that he said in July of 1978. Quote, "It is not necessary to wear brown shirts to be a fascist. It is not necessary to wear a swastika to be a fascist. It is not necessary to call oneself a fascist to be a fascist. It is simply necessary to be one." So he at the end became very like ends justify the means, whatever it takes to achieve political power, achieve our political goals. That's what it takes, and he decided fascism was the way to go. Now, what he's best known for is coming up with these wackadoodle conspiracy theories, hence the Simpsons reference.
Okay.
That, these politicians were lizard people. Now, that's not, the Simpsons is making a joke on the conspiracy theory, right? Lyndon LaRouche's big conspiracy theory was that the crown of England, the British Empire, never really dissolved, and that they are still secretly running the world. That Queen Elizabeth was in charge of the entire world's drug trade, for example. That the city of London controlled all of the financial banking system.
Is Lyndon LaRouche dead?
Yeah. I want to present to you a couple of Lyndon LaRouche's cultish followers.
The way you pronounced your L's right there means we're doing a good job with live streaming.
Hell yeah.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers. That's a hard one to say, Lyndon LaRouche. You say it as many times as I tried to say it.
Lyndon LaRouche.
So they split off. So this one chick, Barbara something or other, she was the treasurer for the Lyndon LaRouche Political Action Committee, blah, 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 blah. She basically stole, from what I can tell, all their content and stuff. LaRouche's widow sued them, said, hey, you guys are no longer in accordance with LaRouche's ideologies. You got to disavow yourself with the name LaRouche. We don't want anything to do with you. So it's these two chicks basically that started this group called Promethean Action Committee in 2024. So just a couple of years ago.
The PAC, yeah.
And they do all these videos. Basically, the British Empire is behind everything, Adam. It's the crown. King Charles, King Dumbledore himself, that inbred 50 IQ dipshit is running the world.
How dare you? That man is a king.
So here's a video. I got a couple of videos. We might not play them both. I just want to kind of mock them a little bit. But keep in mind what we just talked about the insurance, okay, about how it's just like there's not just one insurance company. There's multiple multinational insurance corporations. They aren't canceling insurance. They're reassessing the costs, which seems completely reasonable in the time of war. But oh no, Adam. It's not just companies doing regular business. It's a huge conspiracy theory.
All right, lay it on me.
Oh yeah, first, Adam, I forgot to even play the intro video to the new segment.
See you next Tuesday.
Called See You Next Tuesday. All right.
Is that it? Okay.
That's it. It's just a little intro ditty. All right.
I love it.
Here is one of the geniuses.
Is it a coincidence that who I see in the thumbnail to this video happens to be a female of the human species? Is that a coincidence?
See you
Tyrone?
next Tuesday, Adam. Let's take a look at one of these geniuses. Oh, I all of a sudden switched places. I got to switch back over. So
There we go. Now it's all good.
One of the geniuses, the Lyndon LaRoucheite cultists, a communist, fascist conspiracy, the queen and the king are behind everything bad in the world theorists from Promethean Action.
Is this person have a name or?
Her name's Barbara. I can't remember the last name.
And she says, "See you next Tuesday." All right, let's hear what she has to say.
I'm just saying.
Can't be as bad.
I'm not calling her anything. I'm just saying.
It can't be as bad as you're saying. It can't be the case.
This week, Donald Trump said out loud from the Oval Office what no American president has said in 80 years.
Spain has been very, very uncooperative, and so has UK. Now, the second one is shocking, but this is not the age of Churchill. I will say the UK has been very, very uncooperative with that, and they ruin relationships. It's a shame.
But the president didn't just publicly trash Britain from the Oval Office. He outflanked Britain's chaos operation in the Strait of Hormuz. When Lloyd's of London announced it was terminating insurance for Gulf shipping, a move which could throw the world economy into chaos, President Trump ordered the United States Development Finance Corporation to step in and provide that coverage. And he put the Navy on notice to escort tankers through the strait. What you're watching is an American president who doesn't need Britain's permission to strike Iran and doesn't need Britain's insurance markets to keep the world's oil moving. 300 years of crown control over that.
And just so I make sure, Tyrone, I understand what I'm hearing. She's in favor of our military involvement in the Middle East.
Yes,
she's pissed off that this British insurance company thinks that makes shipping risky.
Yes. So according to the Lyndon LaRoucheites, the British Crown, the British Empire, never dissolved after the Revolutionary War. They just went sort of into a secret hiding. They have been running the world ever since.
It's not that secret. We know where the palace is.
And so and so Trump has come finally to destroy the Crown's chokehold over all financial markets and world globalization. Thank God Trump is here. He's breaking the backbone of the Crown. That's their whole theory.
So I'm just confused. I see a doofus who's hurting us, but it's really Captain America?
That's right.
Okay.
Crown control over that choke point broken in a single day. Now, if you've been watching the news this week, you're being told America is stumbling into another Middle Eastern quagmire, that it's going to be a perpetual war, economic chaos, and it's a president who doesn't know what he's doing. That's the drumbeat from the same people who cheered on every British-backed regime change operation of the last 30 years. I'm Susan Kokinda.
Hi, Susan.
There, Kokinda. Oh, sorry. I thought this was Barbara. The other one must be Barbara. Sorry.
Hi, Susan. What British-led regime change operations have I been cheering? Apparently,
all of them.
But do you know what? Do you know what they are? Can you name them?
Every their whole Venezuela thing.
Because I don't think I have been cheering those.
According to the Promethean Action gals here, the British
PAG?
Crown.
You mean the PAG?
Yeah, the British Crown has been running the world's drug trade, and they've been funneling all of the money to wash it through Venezuelan banks. And so by taking out Maduro, Trump broke the backbone of the UK's drug trade money scheme.
Well, sorry, Susan, but I'm a little bit offended. If any non-Hispanic entity has been muscling in on the drug trade, I'm pretty sure it's the CIA.
No. The CIA, Adam, don't you understand, is a creation of the British Crown.
Sorry.
You didn't know that?
I sometimes I forget my secret decoder ring, but I get it now. I've been instructed.
I've tracked how the British have used Iran as a trigger for economic and strategic chaos since the days of the gas lines. And I've watched every president since Jimmy Carter let it happen until now. So if you want to keep up with this historic change, hit those like, subscribe,
Make sure
and
you
share
hit the
buttons.
like and subscribe buttons, Adam.
This dumb chick is right, but do it on Heyman Nature channel on YouTube.
That's right.
Not whatever
Hey,
this is.
We're not against self.
Not whatever this is.
I can't criticize her for that.
Got to play that game, yo.
So we can stay in touch and expand our reach. So here's what we're going to be covering today. First, Donald Trump's very public rupture with Britain, which is not just on the issue of Iran. Second, why Trump's move
Between rupture and move, I'm feeling a biological trend in the use of verbiage. Are you disturbed by that as much as I am? There's a movement and a rupture.
Oh,
It's very biological.
yes. Well, that's the DP causes that.
See now? We knew this, but we accepted the risk.
against Lloyd's of London is one of the most consequential economic strikes in this entire fight. And third, how Iran's attacks on its own Gulf neighbors handed Trump a sovereign nation coalition that the old imperial system was designed to prevent. So let's go back to the Oval Office. The trigger was Iran. Britain blocked the United States from using Diego Garcia and British Air Force bases for the opening strikes of Operation Epic Fury. Trump had to reroute missions, adding hours of flight time. So when he sat down with German Chancellor Merz on Tuesday, he didn't hold back.
I'm not happy with the UK either. That island that you read about, the lease, okay, he made it for whatever reason, he made a lease of the island. Somebody came and took it away from him. And it's taken 3-4 days for us to work out where we can land there. It would have been much more convenient landing there as opposed to flying many extra hours. So we are very surprised.
Despite the fact that Britain relented on March 1st and allowed the U.S. limited use of its bases for defensive purposes.
You know what makes it easy in a war to find a place to land your planes, to do things? It's if your war is in defense of the country you're actually designated to protect. Because then it's easy, you see, because it's your country. What is difficult is when you're a globe-spanning world empire engaged in crony, mercantilist nonsense, regime change horror shows. Then you might need the odd island, and there'll be a problem because you can't find a runway.
It's a good point, Adam. Good point. But Adam, boy, I wish that was the world we live in, but that's just not the world we live in.
I know.
I want you. No. I want you to remember those words because they're going to come up
Real
in
soon.
an investigative series coming soon from Heyman Nature. For
Well,
those
don't
of
put
you,
my
that's going to
name
be
on
the
it.
secret. That's going to be. Listen now, because I'm going to cut this out of the edited version. Anybody watching, remember what I just said, because I'm going to ask it as a trivia question in some upcoming show. You're going to win some free merch.
I still feel like you need a name, like the investigative quill, the pondering porcupine.
Okay, I don't know. We'll
Prime
figure it.
Minister Keir Starmer drilled down on Britain's opposition to Trump's actions in Iran, speaking to Parliament.
We all remember the mistakes of Iraq, and we have learned those lessons. Any UK actions must always have a lawful basis and a viable, thought-through plan. I say again, we were not involved in the initial strikes on Iran, and we will not join offensive action now.
He said, "We all remember the mistakes of Iraq." That is pretty rich coming from the land of Tony Blair.
Is her thesis that Tony Blair was not working for the City of London and the Crown?
It's hard to follow these folks sometimes, Adam.
I'm sorry, I'm stepping on the toes of the investigative quill. Let's just see what she has to say.
But then the Prime Minister dutifully reported the talking point, which came from the Empire's think tank, Chatham House, a few days ago. He said, "This government does not believe in regime change from the skies." What Starmer is repeating is the globalist narrative that Donald Trump is using their regime change playbook and it's not going to work. Well, their problem is that's not what he's doing. So while the strategic split between the United States and the British is out in the open, there is more to Trump's break with the British.
But the UK, what they're doing with energy and what they're doing with immigration is horrible. You have the North Sea. Somebody said yesterday, what would you do if you were the UK? Open up the North Sea. They got windmills all over the place that are ruining the country, ruining the landscapes, ruining the beautiful fields. Open up the North Sea. And number two,
you can kind of stop the
immigration.
Video here, Adam. We've kind of seen the point of this one. But you get the gist of what they're doing here, right? There's this big conspiracy. I'm not exactly sure what the point of the conspiracy is.
To ruin the windmills or
no. It's like, okay, so let's just say that the British Crown Empire is running things, running the world, whatever you say. Okay. And is that good or bad? Number one. Number two, why should we be interested in breaking that so we can replace it with the American empire? These people aren't anti-empire.
Right.
They're imperialist fascists. Their only philosophy is they want America to be the empire.
Let's assume they're not just batshit crazy. If you had to steel man their argument as best you possibly could, what would you say?
Okay. It kind of goes like this. It comes down to the financial markets. It's basically just they're robbing the poor to pay the elite. Like the elites are taking all the wealth. Guess what?
But our elites do that too. Excuse me.
That's not a conspiracy. It's just shit happening throughout all of history.
I feel like Tom Hanks and Big. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's like, and if you think the city of London,
no, they're better than
controlling the entire world. I mean, this is batshit crazy. Look, I love a good conspiracy theory. Don't get me wrong.
Me too.
But come on, guys. This is insane. And Lyndon LaRouche was just... He thought the crown tried to have him assassinated.
Because he ate a bad fish taco or something?
Some of his whack job conspiracy theories were just nuts. But the reason why he survives, the reason why we know his name, the reason why he has any cachet at all is he developed this ardent, religious cult-like following that spread out across many countries, especially Russia. There's a lot of Russia connections. And they developed, yes, they developed quite the intelligence network that, guess what? Our government leveraged.
I assume, Tyrone, that you're fucking with me.
I am not
would you
fucking
like to play,
with you, dude.
Would you like to play clip 2?
Yeah, go ahead and play. We don't have to watch the whole thing. I just love this chick. She's even a better see you next Tuesday. I don't know if this chick had a stroke, but god damn, you can just laugh at the way she talks.
All right. Well, I'm going to assume she's brilliant until proven otherwise. You tell me when to pause.
These are the geniuses that have discovered all the world's secrets.
Thus spaketh the quill of truth, Tyrone, the porcupine hunter of virtue, Hobo.
The bombs are falling on Tehran right now. This morning, the United States and Israel launched major combat operations against Iran. And while every talking head in the Western world is screaming that this is Iraq 2.0, listen to what the president actually said to the Iranian people.
To the great, proud people of Iran, I say tonight that the hour of your freedom is at hand. When we are finished, take over your government. It will be yours to take.
Let's ask you a real quick question, Tyrone. Say some fellow rolled up on you in a dark alley rocking that hat and started telling you like what to do. What would your reaction be?
I'd be like, "What's USA?
Who's USA, yo? I'm not down with USA."
This will be probably your only chance for a generation.
That's not true. We'll kill more leadership in more than generations.
Hey, if it doesn't work this time, well, we'll try again. That's what Lindsey Graham said the other day.
We'll let you know when we're dissatisfied. It'll be because your new Ayatollah has been vaporized.
That's right.
Take over your government. It will be yours to take. That is not the language of regime change. That is not Iraq. And people screaming that are either lying to you or they don't understand what they're looking at. Right on cue.
It's not regime change. You can keep your leadership, but they are dead. That doesn't mean they can't hold power, but they are dead.
But also her argument is, listen to what Trump said. Well, he said it, so it must be true. That must be the way it's going to work out.
Is that the way politics works? He said it?
He said it.
I was told
I
was told I could keep my doctor. I don't have my fucking doctor anymore. Guess what?
Adam, Trump said it.
The New York Times editorial board is out shrieking that Trump is a madman who promised no new wars. The anti-war crowd on both sides is screaming regime change. They're all wrong, and I'll tell you why. This is not Iraq. Iraq was about installing a new set of imperial puppets. What Trump just hit is the last stronghold of a British operation that has controlled Iran's destiny since 1908. The year British Petroleum seized its first oil well on Iranian soil.
You know what the fuck she's talking about? Tyrone?
You know what the problem is, Adam? You're watching this on a Saturday. You have to watch this on a Tuesday for it to make sense.
You brought this clip to this show, my friend. Do you have any idea what the fuck she's talking about? In what world did the British Empire have control of the Iranian government since 1908?
She's about to explain it, Adam.
I apologize.
Oil. For 118 years, every government in Iran, the Shah, the Ayatollahs, has served the same master, a financial architecture built by the City of London around Middle Eastern oil. And every war in that region has been designed to protect it. Donald Trump has spent the last year dismantling that architecture piece by piece. The Abraham Accords, the Board of Peace, $2 trillion in Gulf wealth redirected from London to American manufacturing. The Muslim Brotherhood designated as terrorists.
The fucking Abraham Accords had nothing to do with Iran. Also, all of that oil was already pumping. What the fuck?
Also, okay, this is the all. We don't have to finish the rest of this video. I just want to stop it here because she says he brought the Abraham Accords, the Board of Peace, and
are you telling me? Hey, are you telling me you're not down with the Board of Peace?
And her final point, and this is a big one for them. He's brought in all of this investment. Right?
Yeah.
Trillions of dollars of investment, billions. Everybody's going to come invest. Okay, folks. I would just like to share a
guess
little,
what? Remember, by the way.
Yes.
We were bragging on a bunch of this when I had the episode with Bob when we were kind of making fun of Elon Musk saying money won't be a thing anymore and you don't have to work will be optional. And part of that was because somebody in, I don't know who, the UAE, some sultan over there said, yeah, we're going to invest trillions and trillions in America. But I guess that's not true anymore, right?
So, an article from Binance. Gulf nations consider withdrawing U.S. investments amid rising war
What do you know?
costs.
What do you know? It's almost like starting stupid wars causes all sorts of unintended consequences that you yourself were so proud of. You browbeat these nations. You sent Elon so many trillions. You were bragging about tariffs and all the things they can do. But guess what? An announcement isn't actually an infusion of actual capital, let alone actual tangible resources.
Well, that was certainly fun, and some certain, not to be named yet, ex-libertarian has his whole theory.
Some Goldie-Gunty sort of a guy? A Gunty, Goldie.
To these broads, to these ladies you might see on a Tuesday. So, yeah. So, Adam, we had a lot more planned. I really wanted to get to our next It's Always Anarchy in Philadelphia, but unfortunately,
brother,
we've just run out of time.
I've been told by sources that I trust that if you get over 2 minutes 50 or 2 hours 50 minutes, you've done something really wrong.
Hey, if this the way I'm feeling right now is wrong, I don't want to be right. All right, Adam, we're gonna end it here, but promise we are gonna do a whole economic segment about the price of oil and how oil works in a upcoming segment in our new series called It's Always Anarchy in Philadelphia.
Yes, it is.
Where we take episodes of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia and talk about.
Brother, I don't want to tease these poor people who rely so heavily emotionally and intellectually on the Heyman Nature pipeline of truth. When can they expect their first It's Always Anarchy in Philadelphia?
Well, the first one happened a couple weeks ago when we did our 200th episode live.
Yeah. That was a teaser.
Next one, I don't know. What you want to?
I'm putting you on the spot, man. You got the calendar,
or
at least a limiting factor before the date of
April.
Before April, okay.
It's the first week in March, so we'll look for it soon. How about that? We'll record it next, and
I'll allow it. Let me check the thing before I say goodbye. Yeah, thank you so much, the very few of you who have stuck with us. We're going to do more live streams.
I think everybody left us. That's okay.
And we're going to do it on a more consistent basis. And we appreciate that. Thank you, Tyrone. We're going to cut up a bunch of the stuff and put it out on, I don't know, shorts or subsidiary videos on the Heyman Nature channel. Thank you, Tyrone. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please tell your friends to subscribe and like on Heyman Nature channel on YouTube.